food shortage will be their tool of control. Stockpile food and water to prepare for a food crisis. Hi folks, welcome to the Financial Argument. Can you see the signs pointing to a coming global food crisis? If you don't, you may think preppers are crazy, or that the increasing numbers of people who've started growing produce in their own gardens are worrying over nothing. Some might think it's a waste of time when you can just go to the supermarket, right? If you think it's all just an illusion, please watch this video till the end. Maybe then you'll consider joining the preppers and gardeners like I have for the last few years and understand how serious the situation is so you can be prepared for the devastation in store. There may come a day when you need to run to the store for something, and you won't find anything but empty shelves in the supermarkets. The toilet paper fiasco we saw in recent months was a joke compared to what's coming. It's obvious that the global food supply chain is very vulnerable. Before the food reaches your plate, it goes through many stages, including harvesting, processing, shipping, sales, and more. Have you ever wondered whether the owners of global food companies that are making higher profits due to rising food prices are serving an even...
This is you. Or at least it could be you. You've been island hopping through Greece with a group of people.
Even bigger plan in the background? Recent events indicate to me that this may be the case. We are very close to a global food crisis that will be triggered economically and geopolitically. Food shortage is more than just the spiking food prices or empty shelves you'll see when you go to the supermarket, and you'll know nothing happens by itself. Controlling food means controlling people. As I said, even though economic and geopolitical factors will trigger the global food crisis, it's always easier for people to blame environmental factors. It's like denying that the corrupt economic system is the real cause of the financial crisis we're experiencing today, and saying the health crisis triggered it all. Look at what's been going on in the last year here in the United States and all over the world. It's not difficult to predict what the next year will look like. A massive food crisis that was certainly deliberately planned and used as a weapon. Because the world is being redesigned by someone, those who prepare will survive. Sometimes you don't even need to create a food crisis on a global scale. You can see this plan manifest on a local scale. Go back 10 years and remember the Arab uprising. It was all triggered by the food shortage that occurred as a result of rising food prices, and someone got what they wanted. You can be sure that a father whose child is hungry can burn the whole street. Hundreds of fathers burn a city. Millions of fathers can burn a country. You know that the food banks in our country are working far beyond their capacity and are no longer able to keep up with the increasing demand to feed the American people. If you don't know, go to the nearest food bank and observe the situation. Apart from the scenes we're used to, I'll tell you about the food crisis in the U.S., then analyze the situation on a global scale. And as in every global development, China also makes an appearance. The rate of child food insecurity in the United States has reached incredible numbers. We have Louisiana in first place, then Nevada, New Mexico, Mississippi, Alabama, Hawaii, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, and West Virginia. And the list continues. Some states have food insecurity rates of 30% or more. When we look at the largest percentage increases in child food insecurity rates, we see Massachusetts at 102%, New Jersey at 85%, Michigan at 73%, Illinois with 72%, and Nevada with 65%. These numbers look terrible. Remember that over 60 million people across the country are going hungry, with 1 in 3 Americans skipping meals. Some people won't even have their local supermarket to go to anymore to see those empty shelves. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Kroger. Founded by Bernard Kroger in 1883 in Cincinnati, Ohio, it generates more revenue than any other supermarket in the United States and is the second largest general retailer in the country. After local ordinances passed requiring temporary extra pay for employees, the decision was made to close 2 Kroger stores in Southern California. This is just the beginning. It may come as a surprise that a large company like Kroger would need to close entire locations because of a temporary pay increase of $4 an hour for some employees. However, many grocery stores throughout the country and around the world have permanently closed amid higher food and labor prices. Apart from closing supermarkets, another important issue is the seed shortage that is currently being experienced. Even if you take action to prepare, sometimes it can be too late. Seed companies are struggling to keep up with the record-breaking demand for seeds from both farmers and home gardeners. It's become difficult to obtain seeds that are normally readily available. Although some seed companies report that there is no shortage of seeds yet, many customers state that the companies do not have the seeds they order from the catalogs at a rate of approximately 1 in 3. More important than food shortage is water shortage. Before I delve into the global part of the food crisis, let's look carefully at this news about water. I hope it helps you form a clearer picture. In addition to commodities like gold and oil, water is now being traded on Wall Street, where farmers and hedge funds can bet on the future of water in California. This development underlies the uncertain future of water availability, especially in a state like California, home to the largest agricultural market in America and one of the largest economies on Earth. The stock market bubble, dollar collapse, currency reset, and other topics I've been discussing for years are all serious issues. But the food crisis is more serious. It's important for me to talk to you about the future food shortage from time to time so you can be prepared. I want to repeat, you must understand the seriousness of the situation. China certainly does. China is currently taking extreme measures to buy massive amounts of food from all over the world. You may have heard that China has had a very difficult time recently due to natural disasters. Their agricultural sector took a hit due to the floods and their food supply suffered. You might think they're importing food to rapidly recover from the situation. But if you do a bit of the math, you'll find that China's purchases are more than what would be expected. And even more strange is that purchases are far more than what they need and more than enough to replace what was lost. Some figures announced a few months ago have actually increased. I'm talking about a 180% increase in wheat purchases. On the other hand, if we look at corn purchases, the numbers are even greater. According to the USDA, China went from importing 60,000 tons of corn in 2019-2020 from the USA to 11,768,700 tons in 2020-2021. Why do you think China buys so much food? And they're not.
When I look back at work that I did like 5-6 years ago and work I'm doing now, I always feel like there's a sense of like
Not buying it just from us. When we look at Brazil, another one of the world's largest producers, we see that China went and bought up a lot of Brazil's production. China bought all of the Brazilian soybeans available this season, and they also bought massive amounts of corn. Well, no one can convince me that China is making these huge purchases just because they had a bad agricultural year. It can't just be explained so simply. It's definitely China stocking up on food because they're preparing for something. They know what's coming soon. Isn't the reason for this obvious? A coming planned global food crisis. Take it seriously, folks. Take it seriously. You can't control China. They can continue buying up food all over the world and stocking up. You can't control your own government. They just continue to destroy the economy and follow the same corrupt path with their economic solutions. But you can control your life as much as possible and do something for yourself and your family, whether you have a large property, live in a suburban area, or even an apartment. I'm not a gardening expert, but no matter where you are, you can do something and produce your own food. Just like I told you years ago to hold tight to your silver and gold, which is the real money, start growing your own food. Don't let them control you. Take this year very seriously, folks. In addition to all this, there's an ongoing container crisis. I believe this is part of the plan. The supply chain is getting more broken day by day. Some government-linked giant shipping companies played a game so they could profit. Now this game is about to turn into a disaster. I will also explain this fully in the next videos. Please also note the increase in food prices all over the world, more than 50 countries need outside help for food, making these countries easier to control. The FAO said that global food prices are the highest since July 2014 and have been rising for the last 8 months. The prices of meat, dairy, vegetable oils, sugar, and cereals have all increased. It's very important for me to warn you about the coming massive food crisis, and I'll continue to keep you informed. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to avoid missing anything. I end this video with the comment of one of my subscribers, MK Mason 2002. The 3 rules of storing food. 1. Shut up about it. 2. Shut up about it. 3. And most importantly, shut up about it. Don't forget to share this video with your loved ones. Thank you to everyone who supports me through Patreon and channel memberships. God bless y'all.
Alright, man. Shalom. Kalhalima Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakaku Dash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the brothers who I learned this truth off of, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, guiding me to this truthful doctrine. And guys, basically what we're going to do, man, we're just going to touch up on that video, man. Okay, we're going to touch up on that. We're going to touch up on that with scriptures. Because it is a famine going on. But the thing about it is, it ain't nothing that you can do about it. And you're going to go through it. You're going to fucking go through it. And the main ones that's going to have a problem with this is you 2/3 so-called Black Hispanic Native Americans. Okay? Because the Lord ordained this to happen. And this is actually one of the plagues that he sends out to correct you wicked ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? To correct the wicked. He always sent famine. Just like in Egypt, he sent the famine in the land. You know? Once upon a time, it was a famine sent so bad, motherfuckers had to eat doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? That's actually in 2 Kings. But, let's go right here, man. Chapter 65. In the book of Isaiah. We're just going to read a couple of scriptures out of here, man. And, I'm going to start at verse 9 and goes off and reads. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains. And mine elect shall inherit it. And my servant shall dwell there, right? Because the Lord is going to move the elect of Israel, you know what I'm saying, away from the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? He's going to move us away from it. From all the plagues. Verse 10. And Sharon shall be a fold of flocks in the valley of Archer, a place for the herds to lie down in, for my people that have sought me, right? Okay, so we're gonna be good. That's basically what he's saying. It's gonna be protected where we at. Okay, you have about the Lord willing, we part of that number. But for you 2/3 though that don't want to hear this word, that don't give a fuck, this what you got coming. Verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Verse 12, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that where I delighted not. Verse 13, right? So, and that's another thing. The military is going to get involved in this, because when the martial law hit, and they start putting motherfuckers in these FEMA camps and stuff like that. Hey man, and these military start taking over these grocery stores and shit like this and that. Hey man, I'm telling you, they fucking hate Americans, man. So it's gonna be very, very grievous, man. Okay, they're gonna be giving out little bitty rashes of shit. You're gonna go to the store. You're gonna be able to get nothing but about 2 or 3 items. That's it. You know. And some of these military, they're going to be on some grimy ass shit. Some of them going to open your shit while you in line and start drinking it. Hey, man, this is what's coming, man. The evil times, the bad times. Because that's all evil mean is bad times. Verse 13, though. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Exactly. So we coming into the times where we're going to rejoice because, like I said, these motherfuckers, all they do every day, going to restaurants, going to get fast foods, and then in the in-between time, they eating little snacks and all this type of shit. See, they can't fight the hunger. So these motherfuckers can't go 2 days without eating food. So you already know they can't go a motherfucking day during a famine. You know what I'm saying? All it's going to take is, it's going to take 24 hours, man. All it takes is 24 hours, man, for cannibalism to start. Because that's one thing that's going to happen too. You motherfuckers going to have to resort to cannibalism. Okay? Some of y'all going to eat y'all own arms. Some of y'all going to eat y'all kids. Some of y'all going to eat y'all neighbors. Verse 14, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, right? We're going to be rejoicing. That's talking about your mind. Because we're going to be knowing in our mind that the Lord will, dealing with us. But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart and shall howl for vexation of spirit. I'm hungry. I want something to drink. That's how y'all going to be. That's how y'all going to be. That's exactly how y'all going to be. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how y'all going to be, man. Now, let me skip up, man. Let me go back. Let me go up to Jeremiah real quick. Because I got some scriptures for you. I went right to it, the 16th chapter. But, let's go with it, man. It goes off and reads. For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them. For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies, right? Okay, that's loving kindness and mercies being taken away. For the Lord put the spirit on these people to stop bringing in food, man. And the Lord knowing damn well that we are already at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how to grow nothing and whatsoever. Don't own no type of grocery store companies or what. Don't own shit here, man. And the Lord put it like this way so that we have no other choice but to depend on him. But you motherfuckers, y'all don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But verse 6 though, both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them, right? So it's not going to be no funerals for you motherfuckers. Okay? Nobody gonna care because you out here motherfucking starving. Nobody gonna care because you got hit with the sword and you stressed the motherfucker out. Nobody gonna care because you weak and you can't move and walk. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be another thing that's going on. Brothers going to be walking past so many fucking bodies. They're not going to know who alive. And somebody going to grab them by their motherfucking leg. And they're going to be all right there talking about some help me. Out of breath and shit. Dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? And brothers going to be looking down like, hey, what the fuck? You're going to kick the shit out of this. Get your ass up off me. What the fuck? Verse 7 though. Neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning, to comfort them for the dead. Neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother, right? So you're not going to get no food. You're not going to get no water. You're not going to get nothing, man. You're not going to get nothing. Nothing at all, man. Okay? For your sorrow of heart, man. Okay? Verse 8 though. Thou shalt not go, right? Like I'm saying, thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting, to sit with them to eat and to drink. That's what it is, man. Okay, so y'all not gonna sit with us, man. Y'all not gonna sit with us and eat with us and drink with us, man. It's not gonna happen because it's like we already sat back and tried to warn you about these things and you didn't give a fuck. So around that time, the Lord not going to give a fuck about you. And he's going to put the spirit on us to laugh at your ass. Because right here, let's go to Psalms real quick. that? 36? Is that 36? Salakim. It's 37 and 19, and it goes off and reads. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. Hey man, right there. So for us to be satisfied, meaning what we're going to have in abundance. Okay, we're going to be cool. And this is actually true, man, because I can give a testimony, man, and because I remember, man, when I was walking and I came across some ravens and stuff. They actually like followed me. It was during the wintertime, and one of the ravens on my way like around the corner at the top part of the house, you know what I'm saying, man, I looked down, he's right there by my foot. Okay, and he had some food in his mouth. Another situation, so the Lord gonna use the animals to feed us. Another situation is gonna happen. He's gonna put the spirit on certain individuals to feed us too, because right after that I ran into this one dude, and he was all like, "Hey man, you hungry?" And I was just all like, "Yeah man, I take some food, man. I ain't worrying about it." So shit, he said, "You gotta come to my mama's house, man. It's all there." So it's like, I get there, I had to fucking make 2 trips, right? I had to make 2 trips because it was so much food that I had to get that he was giving me. I'm talking about all type of good canned goods. You know what I'm saying? Then I came across these chicks too that was like by this church giving out food. You know what I'm saying, man? So hey man, we will have an abundance and we'll be satisfied in the days of famine. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said that we're going to eat and drink and you're going to be thirsty. You know, so a lot of people is going to perish because of famine. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra real quick. Chapter 16, verse 22. Matter of fact, verse 21. I'm going to start right there. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow up on earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion, right? Because all last year and the year before that, you can damn near buy like shit 6 to 7 items, and the shit wouldn't cost that much of nothing. Now it's shrinkflations. You know what I'm saying? The prices then shot up, but the supplies then went down. You know what I'm saying, man? So hey man, make it make sense. Make it make fucking sense. It's famine time. 22. For many of them that dwell on earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? So it's really no escape. So all the people that's gonna be raiding everybody, you know what I'm saying, or turned into some fucking cannibals, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, either way it go, you're going to get hit with the sword. Okay? So you eat and get some food and all that, that's cool. But guess what? You're still going to get hit with the sword. Why? Because you don't believe in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's why, man. This is a good one right here, though. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. I turn right to it. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, right? Because it's coming, man. Because if you thinking this shit over here is life, then you got to be fucking out of your mind. Okay, this shit is not life over here whatsoever. This shit is not fucking living. Salakia. Each of these scriptures that I'm trying to get to, man. The book of Job. Because the only people that's going to get delivered out of this is the Lord's elect. The book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Right, man? Okay? So the elect is going to get delivered from the famine that's coming, and going to get delivered from these race wars that's coming, man. Now another thing, man, because hey, man, You don't think this shit real? Let's go back to Esdras, chapter 15. And it goes off and reads 15 and 16. This is where I'm going to start at. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their action shall stand in their power. 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right? Martial law, man. 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, man? It ain't even just because of that. Motherfuckers gonna be coming to your house looking for all type of fucking shit. Some of them gonna be coming to you looking for video games, looking for the internet, trying to get on the internet again. Okay? This is the times that we coming into, man. Skip up again. Cause I got some fire scriptures up here in this second Esdras, man. This 16th chapter right here though. So let's read a little bit more, man. Let's go down to verse 33 because the majority of 2/3 of our people it's the women. Because there's more women here than men. Okay, and the Lord set it up like that so that prophecy can come to pass. Isaiah 4:1. 7 women shall take hold of one man. You think 7 women not gonna take hold of one man? When this shit happening? Now let's go with this. 33. Chapter 16. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. 34. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right? So everybody that got somebody right now, listen, if you're not with a man of the Lord, he's about to die. You know what I'm saying? Unless he harking on right now, you know what I'm saying, and pull this. You know what I'm saying? Pull his bootstraps up and get on his shit. And get you on your shit. Because if not, hey, that's what you got coming. You're going to die in the war or you're going to die from famine. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be all type of wars going on around this motherfucker. Food wars, race wars. You know what I'm saying? All these type of wars is going to be taking place. The book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 6. The Wadi Hababashim, I went right to it. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, saying, thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Right, man? So in the time of your calamity, you know what I'm saying? Because you rejected the Lord right now, when it's time for you, when you really need him, he's going to fucking reject you. You're going to be like, Lord, please, I'm hungry. Please don't let them do this to me. Please. And he's going to keep fucking walking, man. He's going to keep walking. And that's just what it is. Because it's like, you didn't want to get it. You didn't want to hearken on. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to follow behind none of his ways, man. You know? He says he's going to number you to the sword. And plenty of ways that people get numbered to the sword is by famine. You know what I'm saying, man? So, hey, man, let's go back to Esdras once again, man. Because the children is not even safe. But 37, we're going to go right here, man. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the night month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child come forward, they slack not a moment. 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come up on the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come up on it on every side. Right? So it's going to be, man, this shit is going to be going on all over the place, man. But it's going to be mainly taking place here in America. America is going to be the worst. 39, even Salakim. Verse 40, O my people, hear my word. Make ye ready to the battle, and in those evils be as even as pilgrims upon the earth, right? So you got to be willing to be ready to travel city to city, man, because that's what's going to be going on, brother. People are going to be going to city to cities trying to get food, but like it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you're going to fucking travel all the way from Kansas City to Chicago, and you're not going to be able to get into Chicago because of the martial law. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you better stop fucking around out here. But we're going to skip down some. We're going to skip down to verse 43. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. Right? Because you got a lot of people that's out here doing all this prepping and shit. You know what I'm saying? But all that shit is getting stored up for the righteous. These Edomites, they know about this shit. And the Lord put the spirit on them to start prepping because he said that his servants is going to eat and going to drink. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because we're going to be coming across underground bunkers that have an abundance of food. But 2/3, you won't come across no underground bunker that got an abundance of food, man. You're going to die from starvation, or you're going to fucking eat, you know what I'm saying, whoever. Or you're going to have to rob for the food. You know? You're going to rob your neighbor for the food. You're going to rob your fucking family members for their food. But hey, man, let's 44. They that marry as they that shall not get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. So how do you fuck Salakia? Widowers. Is that even a fucking word? What? I don't know, man. But it's talking about the widows, man, and the children. You know what I'm saying? Say they that marry, as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not, as the widows, right, man? So it's going to be people that have and people that have not. Or so that's going to be another war right there. You know what I'm saying, man? The war about the have and the have-nots. Verse 45, and therefore they that labor in vain, right? These motherfucking Edomites that's stocking up all this food and all this type of shit, all that labor is in vain, man. Verse 46, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children, right? So people's gonna be eating the fucking kids, man. You know what I'm saying, man? So hey, man, the evil day draw nigh, man. You know, so you need to ask yourself, what is I'm gonna do when all this stuff take place? What is I'm gonna do? Because hey, let's go up to, why did the Bible keep talking about famine? Chapter 16, verse 19, and goes off and reads, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, right? For correction, man. For correction. Okay? To correct you wicked motherfuckers. That's what it is. You gotta understand that, man. So let's go up to Ecclesiasticus, man. I'm gonna close out with this scripture right here, man. Yep, I went right straight to it. Why do you have a Bashim Habashah? Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, right? So that's a spirit created for vengeance right there, for the Lord to put the spirit on them to stop the food from coming into America. 29, fire and hell and famine and death All these were created for vengeance. So there you have it, man. Famine was created for vengeance. You know? So people is literally in hot water right now. People is in hot lava right now, and it's not gonna do nothing but get even any worse. You know? So if I was you, and I knew I was a so-called Black Hispanic American, I'd be fucking repenting and get on my shit. Who you have motherfuckers out here bullshitting and partying, constantly going to fucking restaurants over and over again, talking about creating all these fucking restaurants and shit, not even knowing it's a fucking famine that you living in right now. Supplies is going down, but prices is going up. How long is you gonna continue to be fucking idiots, man? You know, but hey, man, that's just your lot. You know what I'm saying? The Lord not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fucking with you. He ain't want you to get this. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure that your ass starve out. He gonna make sure that your ass get corrected. And guess what? Y'all gonna sit back and have to watch us eat, drink. Oh yeah, how we have to sit back and watch go to, you know what I'm saying, go to these restaurants, these fancy little restaurants and all that type of shit. Yeah, y'all gonna have to sit back and watch us eat, drink, all that, man. And you're not gonna get shit because we're not gonna offer you nothing. Romans chapter 11 and verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, right? Because it's a lot of people wishing they had this particular knowledge about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the world. Right? But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded, right? So you got blinded by you got blinded by Yahweh. You got blinded by God. That's why when we come out and we talk and we do these lectures, y'all don't stop to get edified. Y'all don't listen because the Lord blinded y'all. He ain't fucking with you. Listen, he's finna cut you off. That's what it is. You got to get cut off from the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And here he gonna resurrect your ass, and you come back in the kingdom when you come back shamefaced. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna come back under the blessings and all that. You won't be under the curses no more, but you're gonna come back shamefaced. You know what I'm saying? And the shame face is going to turn into pain. I mean, that pain going to turn into anger. I mean, and then you're going to start taking out all that anger and frustration on these fucking devils. You can be like, devils, y'all made me fucking follow y'all. Y'all make me take the chip. That's how it's going to be. But on this side, you got to perish of famine. You got to get ate up by animals because animals get hungry too. You know? So, hey, man, with that, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakudash, Wa Abba Bo, man, Shalom. Repent and die trying, man.